What if Chaos Magick, the so-called freedom of the occult, was never chaos at all? What if behind its wild rituals and improvised symbols hides a carefully encrypted Masonic cipher? Tonight, we decode the forbidden link between Chaos Magick and Freemasonry and reveal a truth they never wanted you to uncover. Stay with me until the end, because the final connection will change the way you see both Freemasonry and Chaos Magick forever.
Chaos Magick, a Masonic cipher hidden in plain sight. What if Chaos Magick, the so-called freedom of the occult, was never truly chaos at all? What if, behind the masks of improvisation and the illusion of randomness, hides a carefully encrypted system, a cipher born not from modern rebellion, but from the secret chambers of Freemasonry itself? Could it be that what is today celebrated as a radical postmodern occult current is nothing more than an ancient initiatory code, repackaged and delivered to the modern world under a new name? Chaos Magick is often traced back to the 1970s, to figures such as Peter J. Carroll and Ray Sherwin, who proclaimed the revolutionary idea that belief itself was a tool, that reality could be molded at will, and that symbols, particularly sigils, were the keys to bending perception. To the casual eye, it seemed like a total break from the rigid structures of ceremonial magic, from the heavy robes of Golden Dawn ritual, from the strict doctrines of Thelema. But when one looks deeper, the supposed chaos reveals a strange familiarity. For hidden beneath the surface of its do-it-yourself philosophy are echoes of traditions far older: Hermeticism, Rosicrucianism, alchemy, Kabbalah, the very same traditions that Freemasons have guarded, encrypted, and transmitted for centuries. Freemasonry is not only a society of architects and builders of cathedrals. It is a theater of symbols, gestures, and allegories. Every lodge is an encoded temple. The square and compass, the pillars of Solomon's temple, the tracing boards filled with mysterious drawings, all of it forms a coded language that only the initiated can read. The Mason does not learn truth through plain instruction. He deciphers it, piece by piece, as symbols unfold their hidden layers. Is this not the same process that drives Chaos Magick? The magician creates a sigil by reducing language into symbols, distorting letters until they are no longer recognizable, encrypting desire into abstract forms. He then charges this cipher with energy, believing it will bypass the conscious mind and implant itself into the unconscious. What the Chaos Magician calls a sigil, the Mason might recognize as a tracing board. Both are visual codes, containers of meaning, doors to realities invisible to the uninitiated. Freemasons have long used ciphers to hide their knowledge. The famous pigpen cipher, strange alphabets, the use of gematria and numerology. These were not idle games, but protective veils, methods of hiding truths in plain sight. Chaos Magick continues this very tradition, though it cloaks its codes in the language of modern rebellion. The magician pretends to act freely, to invent his own ritual, to defy order itself. And yet, the system he uses, the reduction of language to symbol, the encryption of will into hidden form, is a cipher as ancient as the lodges themselves. This paradox is central. Chaos Magick declares itself free from dogma, free from tradition, free from hierarchy, yet within its supposed disorder lies a precise mechanism, a hidden order. Its freedom is not chaos, but a system disguised as chaos. In this sense, it mirrors Freemasonry exactly. The lodge appears to the outsider as a simple fraternal society performing moral plays. But to the initiate, each gesture, each word, each symbol hides a second, deeper meaning. Both traditions are masks, both are theaters, both conceal more than they reveal. What if Chaos Magick emerged not as a true rupture, but as a transmission, a final mask of an ancient order for a modern world no longer interested in solemn temples and secret handshakes? Perhaps the lodges, sensing their decline, allowed fragments of their encrypted wisdom to be carried forward under another name. After all, occult history is full of such metamorphosis. The Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn gave way to Thelema. Thelema shaped Crowley's heirs, and from their ashes rose Chaos Magick. And yet, at the root of them all, we find the same symbols, the same numbers, the same hidden architecture. Nothing is true, everything is permitted, the Chaos Magicians declare. But could this motto itself be a cipher? Perhaps it was never meant to suggest true chaos, but rather initiation, the recognition that the world itself is a construct, a lodge, a temple of symbols, waiting to be interpreted by those who carry the key. If this is true, then Chaos Magick is not a revolution, but a disguise. It is not the destruction of order, but its perfection. The randomness of its rites may be nothing more than the smokescreen of initiation. The wild mask of freedom may conceal a face long familiar, the face of Freemasonry, whispering in cipher through the veil of modern occultism.
So what then is Chaos Magick? A modern invention or a carefully disguised Masonic legacy? The evidence suggests the latter. The sigils echo Masonic codes. The emphasis on secrecy, initiation, and symbols reflects the lodge. The claim of freedom hides a deeper structure. Perhaps the greatest illusion of Chaos Magick is not in its rituals at all, but in the belief that it represents true chaos. In reality, it may be the most ordered of all occult currents, an ancient cipher reborn in a new mask. The final question remains, is the chaos real, or is it only a mask hiding the order of the initiated? The answer, as always, belongs only to those who have the key to the cipher.